Right. So can you introduce yourself, please?
Hey guys, my name is Keisha Lake. You want more than that?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm on the road, I'm on the road. Catch up to me and see how it goes. Let me swallow this. Yeah, yeah, I'm on the road, moving from city to city. I'm trying to fulfill all my goals. I'm in the back, but just wait a minute, and soon I'll be plastered all over the map. They see me and laugh. I look like a fool.
Being free for me is being able to express myself, whether it is artistically or verbally when it comes to talking to people. Being able to be true to my own inner voice. That's what free is.
We preach that all the time, staying true to yourself, and doing what your purpose is, walking in your purpose. And I feel like the definition of being free is that in itself.
You came into the world with a certain level of autonomy, period. Freedom is a choice. You decide if you're going to exercise your freedom or not, regardless of what other people try to do to get in your way. Period.
I have no worries about what's gonna happen, what has happened. All that stuff is just gone. I manifested all the things that I believed in, and I feel good.
Being able to own your own identity, regardless of what people may think.
Being able to fail and kind of grow on your own, and not having anyone kind of lead you.
I would say it's probably being able to do whatever you want.
It's more of a state of mind than your circumstances. You can find time to explore passions or anything like that. So to me, it's a state of mind, and whatever you're passionate about, just making it, having that avenue or that space to just let it all out.
Like my name says, with no limits, and just being you, staying true to who you are, and not letting anybody change that.
Not contained inside of, the restraints of what society may consider normal or acceptable, and also loving yourself to the point where you're able to love others unconditionally and not be affected by negative energy or, the actions of others.
Being free is the point in time, or many points in time, where social forces and your own values collide in positive ways to make you feel like and act like you can do whatever you would like.
I guess you could say I officially became free maybe late 20s. As you can see, I'm plus size. You know what I mean? So I had to basically grow to love myself completely. And it freed me from people's misconceptions about how I was supposed to be. It also freed me as an artist because I wasn't concerned about how someone would receive my art, my work. So I would say, yeah, right before I hit 30, and then 30 was like, boom, it's over. No papers.
Growing up, I didn't get to really listen to a lot of music. I didn't really start playing music or being in production until like the past 5 years or 5 to 3 years. So for me, hearing new music, hearing older music of different genres, like that brings joy to me because it's almost a circle of the individuality and the musicality of back then. So I feel like just the arts, the cultures, and the different things that were created helped to like shape my individuality and to shape my musical culture.
When I tried out for the season 2 of The Voice, and it just became real, and the response from one of my idols, CeeLo Green, I was like 18 years old. That didn't help me decide that that's what I wanted to do. I knew that's what I wanted to do by then, but just the fact that God blessed me enough to make it advance as far as I did it kind of was like a nod from him, in my opinion, like, okay, yeah, this is, this is your calling.
My last semester in college, I realized that I had a lot of colleagues who were going into professions and occupations that they had a true passion for. And I did not have that same passion. I just wanted to do it because I knew it would make a lot of money. And I realized that I only have one life, and there was no way I could see myself doing something for the next 30, 40 years and not being genuinely happy with what I was doing. Not just being able to tolerate the work, but actually being happy about it.
Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me away from man to the place.
When I was younger, I always had those little film cameras. The ones where you had to like hold the flash and it goes, yeah. I used to have those. And my mom would just always buy them. And I'd be at Rite Aid at least 3-4 times a week just asking them to develop my pictures and coming back with a whole thing to just look at through the week. And then my mom bought me my first camera when I was 12, 13. That's the only camera I've ever had. So my mom just holding me down.
Me being a Nigerian, like what's promoted in the Nigerian culture is being a doctor, being an engineer, being pharmacist. And those things just, while they're cool, that's just not meant for everybody. And that definition of success is kind of outdated. But I feel like there are a lot of paths that people can take that they can find happiness doing what they truly love and are truly passionate about.
Especially in our households and with our parents, we're often led astray from creative fields. So I think that's one reason why a lot of Black creatives don't feel free, because most times, I would say, Black parents aren't super fond of their kids going in creative fields. So I think that it's important for us to be able to feel free, being like, once you're older and in college and things like that, and you're able to do what you want to do and be creative, it's important to have that freedom, because kind of growing up or in college, I know for me at least, I wanted to major in photography. My parents weren't for that, and I majored in marketing instead. But now I'm able to do naps and do what I do. So it's cool, and I know my parents did it. It was out of love and blah, blah, blah. I get it, but it was definitely, to an 18-year-old me, it was very trapped in. I didn't feel free.
We're given this path that we are supposed to follow, especially when you go to college. You go to college, you get a corporate job, and you work for the rest of your life. And most of the time, most people are in debt and miserable. So I feel as though it's very important for you to find what you love and what you're passionate about early on, so that you are able to be free and happy. I feel like that's the main thing. We have to learn we have to know what we want to do so that we can be happy in it.
There was no actual direction. There was nothing that said you have to go on this straight line to get there. What I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it was how I got there. Their thing was just get there.
I know what I'm doing here. I just walked in and you appeared, and I'm not mad. I promise you that I'm not mad. I'm trying to think of all the ways I can make you laugh. I don't believe in coincidences. You dropped on my feet, I hopped in your mentions. We're just victims of circumstance. I use this opportunity as the perfect chance. So what now? You ain't gotta put your cup down. Too early for love, we'll just call it lust now. Hush now, let's just live in this moment of time. It's kinda dark in here, I'm hoping you find, cause this way this convo go when you supposed to be mine. I love how you whine, you get poked with time. I'm here for the taste, not for the effect.
I know a lot of Black kids that, they dance and rhythm is just a part of them. They don't really even understand how ingrained rhythm and movement is in our day-to-day lives. But at one point, we were purely celebrating and everything was ritualistic. And so sometimes it's just that's how we want to express ourselves. That's how we want to come together with other Blacks and other creatives. And for us, more so than any other race, I think that, it's almost like we have to be. Like, we have to be in order to honor the Black people that came before us, the people of color that came before us. We have to express it, and we have to be ritualistic, and we have to gather, and we have to create, and we have to be a part of each other. It helps us with community.
Academia and academics give us some of the language that we need to describe the freedom that we want, but Black creatives give us the visuals to see what it can look like. The visuals, the vision, Black creatives can activate our senses around freedom. And so I think it's important for them to pursue and embody freedom because it gives hope for the rest of us to think about what that could look like.
We're in a place now where there are some opportunities, and some of us are taking them, to be able to live in whatever city you want to live in, to move away and learn things, try new foods, see new people, have new experiences, and then you can come back and share that with our communities. And I think that's something that's really important.
You can really be who you want to be, and I feel like it's untapped potential. It's the gold mine, you know, where a Black person can really say, yo, I'm a painter, and I like doing that. It's therapeutic for me. You know, let me do that. Oh, you like my work? You know, don't sell myself short, I'm gonna sell it for $50 or $100. You know what I'm saying? It gives us that opportunity to be who we are in its purest form and be able to share it with the world and still kind of make something off of it, get something out of it.
You'll be able to set your own trend. So I think it's important to find that because it gives you an authentic feel. And somebody's gonna be able to relate to it. So when you're being yourself and you're being free, you're giving someone else the opportunity to, you know, grab a hold of what you have and just ride that journey with you.
So I think it's important for creatives to remain free because that subjective experience has to come through in order for history to be recorded accurately. For Black creatives, that's even more important because the whole world is trying to tell us what our history is supposed to be.
Now people are just like, I messed up my life. I spent 20 years not doing what I wanted to do. Go chase your dreams. Go figure out what it is that you want to do. And today's generation, I mean, I think they're really grateful for that because a lot of them are getting an opportunity to be who they want to be and not who their parents or grandparents are telling them to be.
Don't it feel good to roll up that tree? When you fresh from the J.O.B. I feel higher when she shotgun me. Pay to hit a cloud just to feel my dream. I'ma smoke till I'm free. I can soothe the pain with the 10 for a G.
Just creating. If I could create for companies, for people, for free, for volunteer, for church, for whatever, I'm very open to that. Just having the freedom to create and being paid to do it, I would be extremely happy. That is what I want to do. I just want to create things.
With the three things that I love to do, which is Indie High Radio and designing and cooking. Those are three things that I love to do, and I feel as though I'm very talented in each one of those things, so I feel as though it would be a great way to have a healthy income coming in, and I would be happy about waking up every morning to do those things. I feel as though that's the main, that should be everyone's main goal, to wake up and do something that you absolutely love and don't mind waking up every day doing it over and over again. I'm doing everything that I love, everything that I'm passionate about, and I think I've come to that realization probably recently, more recently than anything, because like I said, I'm doing all three things that I love to do: cook, fashion, and radio. I've always been passionate about those three things, and it's coming into fruition right now. So yeah.
There's not much that I can do that would limit me and my potential. Sometimes I think about what someone else is doing, and I realize that they're not exactly working out of a place where they just want to create. They're more so doing it because they feel like, you know, maybe if I do this, then the outcome will be this. And those, you know, that doesn't really show freedom to me. So I'm free because I know that I'm going to create. I know that I don't really have any type of like opinion on what people want me to do, what kind of music they want me to make, who they want me to be. So I'm free in that sense, but I definitely think that the most creative of us are kind of slaves to that.
Some ways I consider myself free when I'm actually doing what I'm passionate about, when I'm DJing. or when I'm taking pictures, like when I'm doing photo shoots of people. I enjoy seeing people happy. So when I'm DJing, I love music. So, and it's crazy because I can't play any instruments, like, at all. So when I am actually DJing, I'm actually being able to piece together different sounds and, you know, hear it in my head and put it out, and people are like vibing to it, they smiling, they dancing. You know, it's a relieving feeling or a free feeling because I'm able to express myself without having to say anything. You know, being a DJ, I'm in the background, but I'm the loudest. You know, it's a cool feeling, like seeing you know, yourself displayed in a different way. So
being able to visualize something, get the thought in my head, put it on paper, and then see it come to life. Like, it's hard work, it's not easy by any means, but to do it is so fulfilling. And I get paid to do it. I get to spend other people's money. Bruh. Forever. We're doing this forever. Hand me a check.
I teach piano, and every single time, whenever I have an African American student or a student that is dealing with more in their life than they should be at that age, they tend to do better with music. They have like a natural affinity, and us as Black folks have a natural affinity for music anyway. That's just hands down across all of my most talented students are African American. But we don't have access to those things. And music is incredibly important to normal human development, right? Period. You know, whether you agree with me or not, you can Google it if you want to, right? It's super important to human development. However, when you have limited resources, you focus on more important needs: food, shelter, clothing, right? So you have parents out there who are great parents. They want to give their children everything, but they can't give them everything because they have limited resources. So they give them food, shelter, clothing, everything else goes by the wayside, right? And unfortunately, what research has shown of the effects of growing up in impoverished neighborhoods, growing up in lower income households is lower scholastic performance, lower literacy, decreased cognitive development, and just by some sort of magic freaking coincidence or something, those are also the 3 benefits that come with participating in music or learning to make music in any facet, whether you're singing, playing an instrument, dance, whatever. So to me, I'm like, so what you're saying is we could fix all the problems in the hood if we just get these niggas some instruments? Like, that's a really simple, you know, it's a really simple thing. At the same time though, starving artists can't be out here giving away lessons for free.
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 Right over. Probably messed it up.
I don't care. Don't stretch out my hair tie. How it? Give it back. Give it back. Give it back.
Free. I'm a moment.
Then we start the conversation. Now she say make we be friends, cause she see key for bands. Baby think that this be finesse. Like I know that sense. Looking at me like my head they dance.
My fiance is the best and worst thing that has ever happened to me ever.
Hey boo, my name is Courtney Arlette. I am a content creator based out of Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm chunky.
Case made your move, I made my move, so baby make we play your game. We play tinko, 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 oh, oh, nikoko, nikoko, yes, she